check, Mr. Direct Hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that?
From the host of Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready. Mike 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Go. He don't know no better.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Brings up second and 4 at the 31-yard line.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Now Wilson on first down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Quan Alexander coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing on second and long. Wilson. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, switch gears.
On third down, a run from Breida.
I got you, boy.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to cook up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready? 18, Gator.
56. Tackles. Check 31.
Hey.
Motion.
Shoot.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Come on, set.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Brings up second and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Hot. Run.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
man,
that's what you're. Either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
That's another 49er first down.
Here we go.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
I'm coming for you, son. Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. They run it here. Ware. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
The 15-yard line.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal.
It's now third and goal.
General West.
They'll run here on third and goal. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He lost 2, and it brings up 4. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And this one is right through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a first and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it second and 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 23-yard line.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Quan Alexander, his second sack of the night.
A loss of 7 yards.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
But it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw him offsides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if like, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
50, 60 out, 54. Watch the out.
Now a give coming right is Breida.
I got you, boy.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
A gain of 11 brings up second down at the 37-yard line.
Breida, he'll try the right side.
He's coming.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Hey, check 24.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Big rip.
Now a handoff looking right. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
A loss of a yard.
Hey, fox
Brings
trot,
up
fox
second
trot.
and 11.
Rush in.
At the 33-yard line.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
To throw on second down, Shelley. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
First down. First and 10 at the 46.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now they try the right side here.
I got him.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know you feel it.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line. In pregame, get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches.
Check 49. Go. Get it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looking to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
54. Mike, 50.
I'm coming. Check the backer. Check the backer.
Go. Pick the edge. Come.
Second and 10.
Back. Show it.
And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. John Ross in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. The point after is good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Come on,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. A final shot before break. Shelley. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Let's go, baby.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. Now a handoff looking right. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Yes. Ready.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Shoot.
Now a handoff looking right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
Lonnie, 15 line. I got you. Greystone, travel.
Back to throw. Shelley. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it.
Run.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis. That'll bring up 2nd down. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because he just caused an incompletion. You need a few more.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 14. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Look at me, zipper. 22 jet bomber, get it.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 18-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Hey, orbit.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. You're not ready.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
On 4th down, Shelley. He will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis. there to make the grab. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Niners 24, Seahawks 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll wind up incomplete.
The first down.
Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Wilson on the keeper.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here. That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now it's Breida. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
The tackle made at the
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Kill.
Check 13. Check 13.
Check 24. Check 24.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
Check. Fresno. Echo. Hurry. Check.
Now Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now. Go ahead, baby. Go. Big grip.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5 up to the 25-yard line. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And an alley to run. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
That's what I'm talking about, boy.
A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24.
Niners 31, Seahawks 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Nick Bosa on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 49ers' 46-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson going deep downfield for Ross. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Check 52.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 2 yards on the pick up there. It's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
4th down. Here's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
Gator. 56. Watch the curl. Watch the curls. Watch the safety creep. Yo, 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 go, go. Shoot.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Shelley completes it to Samuel. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class is starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it. Because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now it's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The ball carrier. He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of 14. First down, Seahawks.
SOS.
Tighten up.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ass.
to throw again. Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's French. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on second down, Wilson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
66, bullet, time. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Go. Check 31.
Third and long, it's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for John Ross. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is